Hi Mary, welcome to lesson 5 of Knit of the Month Club. In this video you are going to learn how to cast off or bind off, which are the terms used when describing finishing your work. So you are done with your project and you wish it to no longer be on the needle. So as you can see here, I have made a tablecloth for a mouse, and imagine that I'm done with this project and I want to cast off. So what I'm going to do is I am going to gather up my working yarn and I'm going to insert the needle knitwise, and what that means, you'll see that in patterns, is I'm going to insert the needle like I was going to knit it. So I'm coming from left to right, I'm going in behind the needle, and I'm actually going to knit this stitch. So, and I'm going to knit the second stitch as well. So I have 2 stitches on my right needle and the remaining stitches on my left, and this is where it gets tricky. This is the process of binding off. So you're actually going to take your left needle and you are going to insert it from left to right into this first loop on your right hook, and you are going to insert it left to right, and the needle is going to be in front of this one, and you're going to pull it over the needle to the left of it, and being very careful not to slip the second loop off the needle, you're going to pull that one on the right off. So now you only have 1 loop. And I'm going to show you for the rest of this row. So you insert into the next stitch on your left needle, knit, insert the left needle from left to right. Whoops. This is tricky. So feel free to do whatever you need to do to get this to work. I've used my teeth. I have, used all 10 fingers. So again, you're going to pull this over the other needle and being very careful not to let the other loop slip off. You're going to pull that off like that. And then you're going to knit your your fourth. Pull it over. Whoops, slipped off. There we go. Pull it over and off the needle. And we're knitting, pulling it over. Whoops. Wait, which one was that? I'm actually going to do that one over again. So I just slipped that one back onto the left needle. Pretend that didn't happen. This reminds me though that I should create a video of what to do when mistakes happen, because as you can see, they happen all the time. Okay, so you're slipping this over and off the needle. Knit your next stitch, insert, pull it over, and off. And what I find is helpful to make sure that that stitch on the left doesn't come off is I pull this over, and then, can you hear that? I make sure that the needles are touching each other so that this loop can't escape between them. And I pull it off. And oops, there we go. We've only got, 7 more left to do. This swatch had 15 stitches on it, so we're over halfway done. And I'm just going to finish up, and then I'll show you what it looks like, and I will also show you how to tie off your work so that it doesn't all come unraveled. And I'm having all sorts of ideas as I'm recording this, because that reminds me I also need to show you how to weave in the ends of the yarn when you're done with it, because there are going to be 2 ends on this project, this mouse tablecloth. go, 2 more. Okay, so you're going to knit the last stitch. So this needle is free, but you're still going to, this is tricky, pull that last one off, and now you have only one loop left on your swatch. And look, it made a nice little neat bind off. That's the process of, or the product of those loops kind of tying themselves shut. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a pair of scissors, oops, and you're going to snip that. And it is as simple as, you can just pull straight up and pull this all the way through and that will secure it. But if you're a little nervous and you want it to be a little extra secure, pull the needle off and just pull this right through and it'll tie a little knot there. And that is how you bind off, and there is your project, and it's done.